Most creators instantly blame the algorithm when their short videos completely fail to take off. But here is the harsh reality. It's almost never Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube being intentionally mean to you. The real culprit is hiding right at the very beginning. It's your hook. Whether your reel stops dead at 200 views or stalls out at 20,000, those first 3 seconds decide absolutely everything. If a potential viewer cannot instantly know this content is made specifically for them, they will swipe away. And if you don't give them a strong reason to stay curious, that's it. Period. So today I'm giving you a dead simple 2-step hook test you can apply every single time you turn a long video into short clips. Then I'll walk you through 3 real creators whose hooks I fixed, real profiles, real mistakes, and real solutions. Finally, we'll see how you can use Vizard to automate the heavy lifting without sounding cheesy, just practical time saving. Let's run a quick test. A genuinely good hook has exactly 2 critical components. Number 1 is instant clarity, where the viewer must know within the first frame, this content is definitely for me. If they don't grasp that relevance immediately, you are effectively dead in the water. Number 2 is the curiosity gap, making them immediately wonder, how do they do that? Or what happens next? Without that curiosity, they will swipe before your second sentence has even finished playing out. No clarity, no curiosity, that equals an immediate swipe every single time. In fact, platforms like Instagram actively track your 3-second skip rate, so optimizing for that moment is crucial. Let's look at our first example, Kevin, who is a talented interior designer. Kevin's core topic is fantastic, how to make white wall rentals feel significantly more expensive. However, his first frame was just his face with a thin, small caption underneath. For a total stranger scrolling through their feed, this gives them zero context about the value offered. It looked like a niche question only his existing clients would understand, not an upgrade tip for everyone renting. The actual spoken line he had was fine, but nobody ever stayed long enough to actually hear the explanation. The initial frame failed to signal relevance to a cold audience with the speed necessary. Furthermore, the rest of the video looked like a high-end showroom reel, which reads like a sales advertisement. That works for warm fans, but it's a death sentence for attracting new viewers. The fix focuses on 2 sentences, each serving one clear function. First, who it's for, and second, the solid promise. For Kevin, I completely rewrote the hook to how to make any rental look expensive without painting your walls. Boom, instant clarity. This is for rental people who want an upgrade. Next, the promise is that you achieve that luxury look, which leads directly to the curiosity. The natural curiosity is, wait, how do I get that look if the one thing I want to do, painting, is off the table? That simple friction is more than enough to hold people past that critical 3-second drop-off point. Now here is exactly how a tool like Vizard helps massively accelerate this hook creation process. Instead of manually chopping a 60-minute design walkthrough into a dozen little clips, Vizard finds the high engagement moments automatically. It then auto-generates several 3 to 15-second clips that already feature natural, editor-approved transitions. You can tell the platform to prioritize how-to segments, and it surfaces the exact bits most likely to spark curiosity. Then you use its text overlay suggestions to immediately place a clean, readable hook on that very first frame. From that one long video, you can instantly test 3 completely different hooks for your audience. One hook states the problem, another teases the final transformation, and the third promises a specific trick. Vizard can even schedule them automatically, spacing them out over the week so you constantly test without editing fatigue setting in. So why not just use your existing tools like CapCut or the robust Final Cut Pro? Those tools are fantastic for manual finishing touches and deep focused edits, I agree, but they are inherently slow when you need volume and rapid iteration. CapCut helps you assemble pieces, and Final Cut is for when you need power edits, but neither analyzes a long video to give you ranked lightly viral clips. Other AI trimmers often pick random highlights without any genuine thought about hook context or viewer psychology. Vizard is unique because it specifically optimizes for that crucial hook clarity and the necessary curiosity gap. Let's move to example 2, Vanessa, who focuses on wellness and mindful eating habits. Vanessa had decent pacing and a pleasant voice, but her first frame was another close-up of her face with a very cinematic aesthetic. Her spoken hook, how many of you grew up hearing "don't waste food," is relatable, but relatability alone fails for cold audiences. If a new viewer doesn't instantly know this is about overeating or food guilt, they simply won't stick around for the story. The fix here was setting the context both visually and with on-screen text before her first sentence even began. We used the new hook. Overeating might not actually be your fault, while showing her holding a bowl mid-bite for 1.5 seconds. Then we cut to the text. You were told not to waste food. Here's why that advice actually messed you up. That combination gives us instant clarity. This is about behavior and curiosity about the surprising cause. How does Vizard streamline this complex setup? You upload her long session and it handles the initial detection. The AI detects moments where she is physically interacting with food or using emotionally charged language to spike interest. It then auto-creates variants that intentionally start with that visual cue of someone eating, layering on A-B ready text hooks. You no longer have to guess which frame makes the best starting point. The platform surfaces the best options. It creates several captioned versions so you can instantly test which phrasing converts cold viewers into engaged followers. Unlike one-off mobile apps that give you one clip and stop, the Vizard content calendar keeps those variants organized. It then automatically spaces them out so your audience gets the right mix of education and personal story without manual oversight. Finally, let's look at example 3, Heidi, who teaches posture and confidence coaching. Heidi's problem was the exact opposite. She overloaded the first frame with too many signals at once. There was overlapping text, a busy background, loud background music, and her voice clashing with ambient noise. New viewers simply don't know where to land their attention, so they swipe away instantly. The fix required one clean promise and one sharp curiosity gap to cut through that noise. We suggested, look 2 inches taller instantly. Fix this one posture mistake right now. The visuals started with a short clip of her noticeably slouched, then a quick, satisfying shift to perfect posture. This delivers instant clarity, posture, and confidence, plus a tangible, measurable payoff. The curiosity is then built around the secret. What is the specific mistake that I need to correct? The fix also required keeping the background music low, cleaning the audio track, and dramatically reducing on-screen clutter. Vizard helps by using its auto-edit viral clips feature to pull the precise moment she demonstrates the correction. It can then produce both the problem clip and the superior solution clip instantly from the same source material. The AI's audio leveling function cleans up any music clashes and syncs the crucial dialogue perfectly every time. It can even produce 2 different text overlay styles so you can test which layout gets more saves and shares. When you have multiple versions like the slouch to stand versus the direct to camera approach, Vizard rotates them automatically. This removes the manual chore of uploading and re-uploading the same content repeatedly, just for testing purposes. Now for a few practical tips when you are recutting your long content into shorts or reels. Always assume your viewers are cold. Never use inside jokes or insider phrasing as your first visible element. Force yourself to create at least 3 unique hooks from every single long video you produce. Reframe that same lesson using problem first, result first, and pure curiosity first angles to maximize your learning. Use text hooks to immediately set the context in the first one to 1.5 seconds of playback. Spoken hooks are excellent, but the text locks in clarity even if someone is watching your video on mute initially. Keep all on-screen elements exceptionally simple for that critical first frame. Too much text or visual noise kills retention dead. Test short, punchy curiosity lines that avoid simple yes or no answers, which are usually far too soft. Instead, promise a specific payoff or tease a genuinely surprising underlying cause for a common problem. Why does Vizard actually matter here, and how is it fundamentally different from those other standard tools? You could spend days manually chopping a 45-minute interview into clips in CapCut or Final Cut, guessing at text positions, and exporting 10 versions. Or you can use Vizard and let the AI handle the heavy pattern matching across your entire video file. It finds exactly where engagement will likely spike, it proposes optimized text hooks, and it translates one recording into a full week of scheduled posts. Other editors and AI trimmers have real limiting roadblocks. They demand too much manual input for batch creation. Many are built only for exporting one single clip at a time, or they charge a fortune just for basic scheduling features. Some auto editors just grab moments with high audio volume peaks, which are often just meaningless noise, not interesting content. Vizard, however, is purpose-built for creators wanting a consistent short-form strategy from their existing long-form work. It's not just a cutting tool, it's an entire system, auto-editing viral clips, auto-scheduling them, and managing it all via a content calendar. This frees you to focus your mental energy entirely on improving your hook writing skills, not the mechanical uploading process. Here is a real-world workflow you can immediately steal and implement in your own creation process. Step 1. Record one solid value-first video, maybe 20 to 60 minutes long, like a tutorial or interview. Step 2. Upload that single file to Vizard and let it automatically suggest 8 to 12 short clips and headline variations. Step 3. You then pick the 3 most promising hooks it surfaces and quickly tweak the text for absolute clarity. Make sure you use those built-in safe zone templates so every caption is perfectly readable across all devices. Step 4. Schedule those 3 clips across the upcoming week as Vizard staggers them so each piece gets space to breathe. You track which hook style wins overall, and then you immediately double down on that format for faster overall growth. That is essentially how you build a consistent content funnel without ever having to spend hours on tedious editing mechanics. The hooks are what successfully bring the cold people in. The core content proves your expertise, and your call to action converts that attention into leads. For our final thought, if your reels are underperforming, don't rush to blame the platform algorithm just yet. Run that simple two-step hook test first, instant clarity combined with a curiosity gap, and fix that foundational element. And if you genuinely want to speed up production without sacrificing your ability to experiment, use a system built for both creative hooks and publishing workflows. Vizard is not some magic wand that fixes bad ideas or content that lacks real value, but it completely removes the relentless grunt work, helps you generate essential variants, and ensures clips get published consistently so you can actually learn what works. If you are interested in seeing this process in action on your own material, I can take a look at one of your long videos right now. I will run this exact hook-first process and show you 3 clips you can post this week without needing to think about heavy editing. All you need is the initial idea and a willingness to run a little bit of testing. Are you interested in that?